That always helps, man. When I go to set it back up later, it helps a lot.
I know you tell me that every single time.
It really helps a lot. So much. Hot. Oh, wait, we got sauce first. Oh,
okay, so ready?
All right.
And I'm sorry, left-handed.
Come on. Ching.
Yum.
Let's start the show.
Do.
You got that tune in your head now, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so this week we are, I was going to say operating. We are operating The Outsiders. This week we are reviewing, why am I talking so loud too? I'm talking loud into that camera like it's
Because you think it's supposed to pick it up.
Sorry. Okay, anyways, this week we're going to be reviewing, we'll be reviewing The Outsiders this week. One of our, I think we say every week one of our favorite movies when it's not really true.
Yeah, so far I feel like all of our movies that we're picking right now are our favorites.
I actually saw that movie in the 7th grade. Seems a little young, doesn't it?
Yeah. What is that, 13?
It's about
14?
About 12. Because I was 14 in the 9th grade, so yeah, about 12, 13, depending on when you started.
It's a little violent for a 12-year-old.
And I thought Mrs. Dawson, our 7th grade teacher, showed it to us, and we liked it. And at that time, my hair was about down to my shoulders, maybe, like close to my shoulders.
You were starting to grow it out.
I was just starting to grow it out, and at that time, I had the longest hair in my whole class. And I remember when she was...
You've always had the longest hair in your whole class.
Eventually, my hair was going down to my butt.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll insert a picture there.
Yeah.
But maybe not if I can't find one, so...
I have one.
Oh, okay. Well, so insert picture there then. Because I remember when my teacher was talking about the socials and the greasers and explained the difference, how the socials would be more preppy, the nice shirts, the short hair, and the greasers would tend to look more like Clinton. And she actually said that.
Oh my gosh.
She said, she's like, I mean, with the long hair, they had long hair like him, and everyone kind of laughed and everything, and
called you a greaser.
Yeah, basically I was a greaser.
That was insulting.
Even in the 7th grade. My hair wasn't greased back or anything, but it was
long. Yeah.
So that's
funny.
why she said that.
The film was released on March 25th, 1983.
By Ellen
Misakian.
Machiavelli? No.
I'm horrible with names, really. A libertarian.
A librarian.
Oh my gosh. I just enhanced that word so much more than it should have been.
A libertarian at the Lone Star Elementary School. Oh wait, Lone Star Elementary School.
A librarian at a Lone Star Elementary School in Fresno, California, and Fresno?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so have I.
Well, I'm sure not everybody watching has, so...
We're from California, FYI, so we've been all over California. Okay, from Fresno, California, and her students were responsible for inspiring Coppola to make the film.
So that's a pretty cool little fact right there.
Yeah.
To think that he wasn't planning on making this film, he didn't know about the book or anything, and then the students... again, probably too young to see the movie or read the book. I mean, but they read the book and elementary school. So that's like 5th grade, 6th grade. They're reading that book. Jeez,
it's an American novel.
Yeah, but so they, I think they
because I mean, what was the a mocking? To Kill a Mockingbird. That's kind of violent too. Yeah. There's murder and A Tale of Two Cities and Catcher in the Rye and all of those are kind of violent, really.
So that's a pretty cool effect that they wrote to him and said, hey, this would be a great movie, and he ended up, reading it, checking it out, and going, you know what, you're right, it would be. And the thing that's also crazy about this movie is how many nowadays stars, how many famous actors you had, and at that time
they got their start.
Yes, there were nobodies.
Yeah, or they were really young actors, like in commercials and stuff. Right. And they ended up getting this kind of offbeat role.
But, so just, I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably know. And by the way, like I say every episode, spoiler alert, so if you don't like spoiler alerts. Okay, so to name some of the stars that were, that you're going to know his name. So who was in it? We said Rob Lowe. Everyone knows Rob Lowe. Everyone knows Rob Lowe.
He's amazing.
Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez. I was like, Emilio! Sorry, with the Night at the Roxbury, we'll never let that one go. Emilio. Just every time we say Emilio Estevez, we have to do that. And we were like, Emilio. Oh, God. Rob Lowe, Emilio Estevez, Matt Dillon, Tom Cruise, Patrick Swayze, Ralph Macchio, and Diane Lane. Yeah. I mean, dude, seriously, that's insane. Mm-hmm. And it says the film helped spark the Brat Pack genre of the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Breakfast Club, 16 Candles,
And, if you're trying to think of another one, but why
St. Elmo's Fire.
And I tend to think of Breakfast Club and 16 Candles. When we think of the Brat Pack, and how it started, you think of those two movies.
But this is really, they were younger in this movie.
This is definitely the movie that kicked that off, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So to give you a little...
Sorry, my watch just...
she needs to get up and check her heart rate.
I need to
walk
stand right now, apparently.
Just to give you a little synopsis of the movie. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, greasers are a gang of tough... And that's another thing, too. For some reason, was it Wikipedia or wherever I was looking up some of the stuff in the movie, it kept calling them socials. Which I know socias is what they would say in the movie, and it's for socialites or whatever, the rich crowd. Yeah. But for some reason, it kept saying socials, and I was like, that's not what they call them in the movie. They call them socias. Right? Am I right?
No, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, greasers are a gang of tough, low-income working-class teens. They include Ponyboy Curtis and the nicknames here. Ponyboy Curtis and his two older brothers, Soda Pop and Daryl, as well as Johnny Cade and Dallas Winston. 2-Bit Matthews and Steve Randy. I mean, just all the cool names. And you listen to some of the names of the socials. Their rivalry is
we correct each other
with the socials. Yeah, they're libertarian rivalries.
Librarian. Jeez.
Major treasure. The inside thing. The rivalry with the socials, a gang of wealthier kids from the other side of town. Two socials, Bob Sheldon and Randy Anderson. Totally just, I'm surprised they didn't go full on and go, why not Biff?
I love how they called him a gang, though.
Yeah, I know.
Were there really gangs back then that were wearing their Letterman shirts?
I think what they mean is guys that were rich and hung out together is what they meant.
That was a gang, apparently.
I guess if it's more than 3 people, technically it's a gang, but whatever. Bob Sheldon and Randy Anderson confront Johnny Ponyboy and 2-Bit, who are talking to the socials' girlfriends, Cherry and Marcia, at a drive-in theater. The girls diffuse the situation by going home with the socials later that night. Ponyboy and Johnny are attacked. Oh, later that night, Ponyboy and Johnny are attacked in the park by Bob, Randy, and 3 other socials. Those socials. They begin dunking Ponyboy in a fountain, attempting to drown him. But Johnny pulls out his switchblade and stabs Bob to death. So it's like, the movies back then, one stab, it's like, oh my god.
Death.
Now it's just like, oh, he just got stabbed, no biggie. When's this movie gonna get good?
Yeah. It wasn't a vital artery.
Bring out an RPG and blow him up. All right. On the advice of Dallas and the fact that murderers in Oklahoma will be executed in the electric chair. Oh, God, that'd be a horrible way to go. Just give me a shot, dude. Zapping an electric chair, that'd be crazy. How much can I get my hair going? Murders in Oklahoma will be executed by the electric chair. Ponyboy and Johnny flee on a cargo train and hide out in an abandoned church in Windricksville, that's a name there. Windricksville. Both boys cut their hair, and Ponyboy bleaches his hair with peroxide in order to mask their descriptions. I like how it didn't just say bleaches his hair; they have to tell us with peroxide.
I know. Because back then they just didn't have a bottle of.
But would anyone reading that go like, no, you don't. With peroxide. Okay, I guess it's believable.
How would he bleach his hair?
Come on, you would have bleached your hair back then.
That stuff back then.
Peroxide. Okay. To pass time, the boys play poker, and Ponyboy reads "Gone with the Wind" and quotes the Robert Frost poem, "Nothing Gold Can Stay."
Wow, this is like a really long description of the movie.
Am I reading too long here, probably?
Yeah, I think so. It's getting really long.
Okay, well,
it's kind of reading like little bits of it, not really like the cinema.
Well, I figured if you don't want to watch the movie, I'll just read the whole movie for you right here.
It's like, have you been enticed to watch it?
Well, anyway, so if you haven't seen it before, you're enticed to watch it, hopefully, and if you have, you're telling me to shut up and quit reading it. We get it. We know the plot. But there was this is so just to go off a little bit how stupid we were when we were young. We watched that movie, and a lot of my friends were in the class and watched it. And how he kept saying, "Stay golden, Ponyboy, stay golden," right, throughout the whole thing?
Yes.
So, of course, we thought that was so cool, so we kept saying, "Stay golden" to each other for like the next 2 weeks. Like, all right, bro, stay golden when we leave and stuff like that. I mean, just dorks, absolute dorks, I mean, we were cool. What can I say? We said stay golden and stuff like that. Obviously, it's what cool kids do.
That's super cool.
Let's see here.
We haven't watched the movie in a while.
Yeah, we try to watch every movie before we do the review, but then there's some that we will that we've watched a bunch of times, and we're going off memory. And this is one we're going off memory. And I realized I did a lot of notes, but they're basically just a description of the movie, so I didn't put any very fun facts on it.
There's no facts or anything.
But let's see. Do you have a favorite scene that you can remember from the movie? That's kind of hard.
Well, I mean, I guess my favorite scene would be the gangs getting together and fighting.
Yeah.
That was like, you know, probably the buildup of everything. You know, how Patrick Swayze's character was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to fight. He's bigger than that. Like, he's the bigger brother.
Right,
and he was super mature and trying to keep them out of trouble. But then he ends up like coming there and just like kicking butt. Like, I mean, Patrick Swayze, that's where I kind of just like ended up really, really liking Patrick Swayze. That was one of the first movies I'd ever seen of him. I mean, this was a movie made in 1983. I was a baby at the time it was made, but I saw it when I was a teenager. And even when I was a teenager seeing it, I loved it. And it's kind of gritty the way they film it. It looks very...
And that little house that they live in, you know, it's like, I mean, I know...
Like a little shack or something.
Only the few of them lived there, but they were all always there and everything. Mm-hmm. And actually, I won't have it on here, but when I was reading about this, that house was made into a museum. And they've got movie
in
stuff.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where they actually filmed it, and they that house someone bought it and became, it's kind of like the Christmas Story thing.
Yeah.
You know, and someone bought it and made it into a museum with memorabilia from it, stuff like that, so you can still go see it to this day. As far as I know, I don't know how old the article was I was reading, but as far as I know, you can still go see it.
If it's in Wikipedia, then it's
I think it was
recent.
Wikipedia where I read that. Yeah,
we usually tend
updated
to
pretty
stay
well.
with it. Yeah.
And so that was good. And then what were you just talking about? Oh, the gang fight. I know.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Is that rude to do, right? It just hit me.
He's so bored.
You know,
right now.
it's one of those things where you know the. Ew. You put it. Your sister just pointed.
It was moving.
So there's a bug I have to kill right now.
It's gonna stink up the joint. What?
Turn my head like my neck hurts. Should we keep all this in the video?
You're so old. I turned my neck and it hurt.
That is pretty bad.
Jeez.
I'm definitely getting older here. Yeah, hey. And my butt pad fell off too.
Yeah, which happens to be our son's
old mattress
from his crib. We're never having other kids.
So yeah, I don't have a butt pad. I need a butt pad to sit on, and I just turn my head a little bit. My neck and back are like, ah! So I'm still young and spry.
So old.
But yeah, the fight scene is kind of like how no weapons basically, right? But then they think they end up.
Yeah, they didn't have weapons.
Or did they say just chains or something like that?
Yeah, it was some. I thought it was like no knives and no guns.
Yeah.
And then it was anything
I think
else.
Someone still
Fists
brought
and
knives
chains.
And stuff.
Well, yeah, because it ended up being like.
Whenever we talk about that scene, I always think of Warriors come out and play, even though it's from a totally different movie.
Jets
but
and the Warriors.
No, that was that was. You're thinking of the Jets and the Sharks, which is from West Side Story.
Yeah.
That
was so
I had to watch that one in school too.
Yes, we had to watch it too.
I remember the girls seemed to like it because I had to sing and stuff, but me and all the guys, we constantly just kept looking at each other like, dude, this is
so
ridiculous.
Unrealistic.
This is so ridiculous. Hey, it's like all that stuff. Can you imagine doing that? You're about to get a fight.
Oh, it's like in Arrested Development Arrested Development?
I think it was.
When they started dancing. Yes. I'm sorry.
Imagine getting that, you get hit by a car or something, you pull your, what's up, dude? What happened? It's like, well, no, it was your fault. And all of a sudden, hey, let's do this. I started doing a little dance. Or if just one person did, the other guy's like, it's cool, man. Go ahead, go. I got insurance. Go. You're nuts,
You're a
obviously.
Nut job.
Clearly, you don't have insurance, and if you did, I doubt I'm going to get paid. So go ahead. But yeah. So to kind of sum up back, just to round out the movie a little bit. There's the main kind of scene that I remember from the movie is when they were staying up in that little abandoned house or whatever, and they left to go do something. They came back, and there was a group of kids that were on I can't think of the word, field trip.
Oh.
Remember, they went and the place caught on fire.
Yes.
And they all got caught in there.
The church, they were hiding out in the church.
The church, yeah.
Yes.
And they caught on fire, and then they actually ended up Ponyboy and Ralph Macchio's character ended up saving the kids and everything, and then
but then Ralph Macchio's character got severely burned,
and something
broke his back.
Yeah, something fell on his back and everything.
Right,
and that's where he kept doing the "Stay Golden, Ponyboy," and read the thing and everything.
So spoiler alert, he dies.
Yeah,
him and like 2 other characters die.
Yeah, he's one of them that dies. Yeah, towards the end, and he's the most like sad one that dies because he really was. His character was really innocent.
He's so sweet.
He was
throughout
really
the whole
sweet and
movie.
innocent. And he could tell he wasn't into fighting and all that kind of stuff. He wasn't into all that. So
no, he was the youngest too, I believe. Yeah. That's why they all kind of babied him because he was the youngest character, or
probably him and Ponyboy. I think they
might have been the same age
youngest,
or something.
Yeah. But
yeah. Then another character gets shot by cops. I think it was.
Did there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. See, this is what happens when we don't watch the movie right before we do the review. Like all the other ones.
This is a great review, right?
Yeah. All the other. I don't know why I do this. All the other ones.
All the other guys.
Those ones back there that we did before.
This one
I guess it'd be down there below in the videos. The other ones we've done, or if you go to hit videos, those ones. All those ones we watched the movie right before, and we try to watch every movie right before, but
then life happens,
and
we can't watch every movie. We can't sit for 2 hours and watch a movie.
And we don't want to miss a week without bringing you this quality content, so.
It's all for you guys.
It's all for you guys. You see what we do for you guys?
We sacrifice our lives
sacrifice life and limb. Limb. There's no B on my limbs.
I have not lost any limbs.
So. Just life and limb.
Life and limb.
All right, so that was a pretty good review of that movie, wasn't it?
Yeah. On to the next.
On to the next movie. So okay, let's see.
We got dressed up for it, so.
Yeah. See, look at me. Yeah, I look like a nice greaser, don't I?
I'm like trying to portray the Diane Lane.
You kind of look like Cherry a little bit. Cherry.
Yes,
we just
Cherry.
Read Cherry, right?
That's the Diane Lane's character.
Cherry Garcia, right?
Was it Garcia? Oh, I hope not.
I'm thinking of the ice cream at Ben and Jerry's for Jerry Garcia, the Cherry Garcia. That would be funny if they tied that in somehow. You're like, what? But how would they know? Okay. So anyways, yeah, so we dressed up for you guys. We do something. We do a little bit of work here. And we gotta record. So I gotta edit this. We took showers.
Deodorant.
We took showers, and normally we take showers, once a week, whether we need it or not. So we did it twice a week this time.
This time.
We're going all out for you guys.
Yes.
All right, so out of we always do it out of 5. If 5 stars, whatever. This we'll do 5 pony boys, I guess, or we'll do 5 golden pony boys.
Golden pony boys.
So out of 5 golden pony boys, you want to go first? What do you give it? Between 1 and 5 golden pony boys. Goodness. How many golden pony boys do you give The Outsiders?
I would say 4.5.
What?
Yeah.
You liked it?
I freaking loved this movie, and like I said, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Brat Pack. That is what brought me into loving movies so much, was all these movies back in the day. Yeah. And I loved it because I loved all the actors in it. I thought, as being a teenager,
what are you pointing at?
I'll see this. Ignore it. No, but I honestly, this is one of my movies that I could pop in and just watch at any time, and I just loved it. I just think everybody that played in it was really good. I mean, I wouldn't give it a 5 only because Tom Cruise is in it. Sorry,
what does that mean?
Because he's a Scientologist, and I don't want to support.
See, I
don't want to support.
That is dumb, because that's what I was going to say earlier when you said this is what made me fall in love with Patrick Swayze. It was because of the character. So you fell in love with the author of the book and that character, not actually Patrick Swayze. He did a great part playing it. But it's kind of like, not liking someone personally for a role they play is...
No, it wasn't a role that he played. I'm saying as a person, as Tom Cruise as a person.
Right.
Back in the day, I loved this movie, and probably back in the day, I would have given this a 5. But now it's a 4.5 because I have to...
That's ridiculous reasoning.
It is not.
Yes,
it is not.
I don't like that reasoning at all.
I don't care. It's my reasoning, and that's all that matters. And it's an opinion, so that's all I care about.
No, that's true. It's just a wrong opinion. But it wasn't a Scientologist back then.
Because there was no Scientology back then.
Yeah, there was. L. Ron Hubbard came out with that crap days. He came out within the 80s, so it was right around then.
It was like 88
Dianetics
or 89.
or whatever. No, it was before that, wasn't it?
No.
I remember actually seeing that book in my mom's room. She actually had it. Now she didn't.
It wasn't in the 80s. Then it was in the 90s.
No, I remember seeing it in the 80s. And she I don't even think she even finished reading it or read. I don't even think she read any of it, to tell you the truth. But it was
secretly,
like a bit.
She's a Scientologist.
No, she's not. But she also had Jane Fonda workout videos, just to let you know. So she was kind of.
And the stair climber.
And the stair stepper. Yeah, she gets caught into whatever the fad is at the time. Yeah, that used to make me mad. She actually bought a little stair stepper. If you guys don't know what those are, it's just a step.
It's plastic.
A little plastic step to do exercises with. Brian Regan has a great joke about this. He goes, what kind of person orders this stair stepper? It's like, bing bong, oh, my stair stepper's here. They run down their stairs, go open it, my step's here, and run back up their stairs, like, all right, I'll do it later.
Yeah, and they never use it.
You can't find a step anywhere? You need to order a step from the mail? Yeah, so that's one of those things where I couldn't, I was like, Mom, you seriously ordered this? So it's not that she was a Scientologist thing, she just got caught up in the fads at the time. But, well, okay, no, hey, whatever your opinion is your opinion. I was just messing with you there. But she's going to kick my butt later. My opinion is 3 out of 5 Golden Pony Boys. Wow. I actually rated higher than you did for I know, usually it's the other way around. Yeah, I'm usually pretty hard. I like the movie. I definitely like it. I would recommend watching it. I'd watch it again. And I love the actors. I think they all did a great job. And actually, Tom Cruise is one of my favorite actors. I think he just nails it, dude. I think he's a great actor. I hate to love him, honestly. Oh, I can understand that because this whole Scientology thing. But I just don't want to support his movies financially because, I mean... I mean, it's one thing to be a Scientologist, and it's another thing to be Harvey Weinstein, and we just did a Harvey Weinstein movie.
But we didn't know.
Well, that's true. We didn't know.
I did the research after we watched the movie. It was kind of like, well, here's the whole thing. Should we not even do it?
I'll tell you right now, there's going to be more to come that will probably have him connected to it, because he was connected to a lot of movies that we liked. So it's just...
And there's other actors, and I mean, the acting world has a lot of shady people in it, and you can't really, like, I guess you're right. With Tom Cruise, I can't judge a movie because he's in it. I can't lower my rating because of who's in the movie, because there's just so many people in Hollywood that you shouldn't support if you were that strong. I mean, keeping it
hashtag
real.
They all knew, but really, what it really should be is just on the movie. How good was the movie? How well was it made?
Then I would give it a 5.
Oh, really? Okay, maybe I take that back. That's too high. Let's go back to your 4.5.
It's not.
So it's one of your favorite movies.
It is. Yes, okay. It is one of the. It is like a bundle pack for me. It's like with 16 Candles and Breakfast Club and The Outsiders. Those are like, I think they should all go together. St. Elmo's Fire, like all of those should go together. I love the Brat Pack. I love their acting. And
I wonder if you went on Amazon, do they have all those movies in one like set? They probably do.
They probably do. I have them all already.
Set or something like that. Yeah.
It would be weird if I didn't have them.
Okay, well, fair enough. That's fair enough. Sorry, do you have another point to make?
No.
Or did I cut you off? Okay. So she got 5 Golden Pony Boys, and I got 3 Golden Pony Boys.
You never explained why you said 3.
Well, I was just saying, I don't know. It's just, that's a good question. It just didn't grab me the same way like a 4 or 5 would. It's something that I would watch again if you wanted to watch it or was on or something like that. But I would.
It's your style of a movie.
Yeah, and I wouldn't go out of my way to watch it, And also, I think
He likes more like, you like conspiratorial stuff and governmental things.
Well, and I also like, I don't know, like fantasy type movies or what would you call it? Fictional type movies are not. I'm more like things that are like that relate to something that actually happened, or
that's what I mean,
or something that could have, even if it's alien stuff, something like like an alien movie that goes way out, like like Aliens or something like that. That's entertaining, whatever. But I like more of like kind of Prometheus. Like I like more of the type where it's could possibly have happened that way.
Prometheus is the beginning of Aliens.
I know, but that's why I like that one better, because it's before it gets too far with the crazy aliens,
with the
and all the
aliens.
All the crazy stuff where you're kind of like, okay, I guess that could be that way, maybe it's not. The Prometheus one's a little more like kind of like
where humans were
seeded from them and stuff like that, and stuff like that, and being able to go to off another planet, and it's not like it's a huge battle between aliens and stuff. It's not like or like Independence Day or whatever. Those are entertaining and stuff, but I like more of the kind of like Signs. Like Signs to me was more, even though they had the actual, it was still more like how we would handle it here on Earth, and it makes your mind more like, oh, this could be this way. In the movies that get so much like, this is just too far, I don't think it's like that. It takes me out of the movie, where she likes more of the sci-fi, all the Marvel movies, all the DC movies, all the, although I did love Thor. We're going to have to review that one, but Thor was great.
And you have to see Wonder Woman. I think you would really like it. Okay. The new one. Mm-hmm.
And I actually love Green Lantern. I know a lot of people are going to say, what? I didn't love it, but I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Ryan Reynolds, right? He was He that one got a lot of bad reviews. A lot of people that are into those kind of movies really didn't like it. They really
based it on the actual character of Green Lantern, and he didn't portray the actual superhero, and that's why I think a lot of the geeky people that really get into the DC characters, or is he DC? Either way, they just really judged him.
Yeah, and being that I'm not like that, where I know the stuff so well, I can just base it on just the movie or whatever.
Just how good the movie is. Yep.
So, anyways, we got off track with that one, but anyways, so I don't have an exact reason. It just was a little too much, stay true, straight gold, and put it with that kind of stuff. And like, okay, come on, a little corny. Then again, I've watched other movies where I start tearing up at some of the stupidest scenes. So I mean, I don't know. Everyone's different. What can I say?
True.
So okay, that was our review of The Outsiders, an older movie. If you haven't seen it, I would say we both would. Well, you obviously would say it's worth seeing, but I would definitely, even the 3 score, I definitely think it's worth seeing. It's definitely worth seeing at least once. And plus, it kind of gives you a good idea of how things were back in that time. Obviously they exaggerate some things, but
of course. Every movie does.
Yeah, but I remember my dad even saying, with the hair, people put Vaseline in their hair, and sometimes they'd rub Vaseline in their pants to get them dirty, make them look like that. Yeah. Guys actually did that, and the little ducktails in the back and everything. Bless you.
Sorry.
Rolling these cigarettes up in your sleeve.
Yeah, I saw a picture of your dad with the cigarette box in his shirt that time.
He did that.
He was like standing by a car, and he had one.
He probably would have passed as a greaser. Actually,
he probably would have.
He has the jeans. He was like
long
that.
Hair
long hair. He was definitely like one of those dudes, Vietnam vet, ready to.
You gotta try and pull a picture.
We might try to find a picture. If not, sorry, but if there is, look at that.
He's right there.
And then if we don't find the picture, you're just going to see me going like that for no reason. So
it's going to be a picture of somebody else.
Yeah, I just put a picture of like, I'm like, that's my dad. It's like a picture
it's
of
Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, it's Patrick Swayze. I was like, that's his dad? Wait a minute.
Yeah, your dad's good looking.
Oh, man, that's funny. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that one. What's our next review next week going to be?
Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
I like that movie. That was a good one. So, yeah, join us next week for that one. Leave a like, subscribe down there. Or she's the one that says down there. I always say up there, which is not right. But down there, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff people always tell you to do.
Right there.
Yeah, right
as our son would do.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Our son, for some reason, points with his middle finger everywhere, which my dad does, but most people don't do that. My dad, he'll touch things like that and point like that.
Our son does
And my son does it too. So it's weird how genetics pass on through the years, isn't it? All right. Have we rambled long enough?
I think so.
Nice movie review. All right, guys. Thanks. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.